Good morning, students. Welcome back to our biology class. We were discussing in our last classes our second chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. And from that chapter, today we are going to discuss the topic that is double fertilization. Okay, double fertilization. So, students, by looking at this name itself, you can understand something from the name of the topic itself. Okay, so fertilization, all of you know, in plants, fertilization is nothing but it is the union of two gametes. Okay, one is the male gamete, that is, and another is your female gamete. Okay, in case of flowers or in case of plants, flowering plants, the male gamete is the pollen and the female gamete is the egg. Okay, so you already know this, and when pollen and egg fuses together, it is called fertilization, is not it? So from this, now this topic which we are going to discuss is double fertilization. So what is double fertilization? From this name itself we can come to know that there is happening something which is occurring two times. That means fertilization is going to occur two times. Okay, so let us discuss this topic in detail. What is double fertilization? Double fertilization is a complex process which involves the fusion of one female gametophyte with two male gametes. Okay, that means in this case what is going to happen? The fusion will be there between one female gametophyte and two male gametes. Here in double fertilization, male gametes will be two. That means pollen will be two and one female gamete. Okay, egg. Understood? Now you see this egg can fuse only with one pollen. Now what is going to happen to the second pollen? There must be something. That's why it is not called gamete, female gamete, but it is called gametophyte. The reason is that not only egg, the second pollen is going to fertilize something else. Did you understand? Did you get my point? That means if you see this in detail, there are two pollen grains, okay, and this is going to fertilize a female gametophyte. Okay, female gametophyte. That means one pollen will fertilize someone and the other pollen is going to fertilize someone. Now whom they will fertilize, whether they are going to fertilize egg or somebody else, we will be discussing this in this chapter. Okay. Double fertilization is a chief trait of flowering plants. It is a very special characteristic of flowering plants. In this phenomena, one female gamete unites with two male gametes. One of the male gamete fertilizes the egg, resulting in the formation of zygote, and the another unites with two polar nuclei for the formation of an endosperm. Okay, so students, do you remember while discussing our megasporogenesis, we discussed about the structure of a ovule or ovum. Okay, so there you came to know that one egg cell is there and two polar nuclei are there. Do you remember? So what in this process is going to happen is that two male gametes will be there, two pollens will be there, one will come and fertilize this egg cell and other one will go and fertilizes this polar nuclei. Understood? So two times fertilization is occurring, that's why it is called double fertilization. Is it clear, students? Two times fertilization is occurring, that's why it is called double fertilization. Is it clear? So we will discuss this in detail today. That's why it is called that here one of the male gamete fertilizes the egg, resulting in the formation of zygote. Okay, if it will fertilize the egg, obviously zygote will be formed and the another will unite with two polar nuclei to form endosperm. Double fertilization in angiosperms. Okay, angiosperms means flowering plants. The meaning of angiosperm is flowering plants. You already know this earlier. Okay, the meaning of angiosperm means flowering plants. The plants in where you will see flowers blooming. Okay, the plants where flowers do not bloom, those are called gymnosperms. Angiosperms are flower bearing plants and are the most diverse group of terrestrial plants. Okay, the flowers form the reproductive part of angiosperms with separate male and female reproductive organs. So we already know that flower is the reproductive part of a plant, and in flowers of angiosperms you will see male part and female part separately. Okay, each contains gametes. They will have their own gametes. It will be the sperm cell or the egg cell. Sperm is nothing but the pollen grain in case of flowers. Pollination helps the pollen grains to reach the stigma via the style. We already know this. In our earlier classes we have discussed how the pollen grains go to the stigma. It enters through the style of the female reproductive part. So this is nothing but this is pollination. The two sperm cells enter the ovule or synergid cell, and this process is called fertilization. In angiosperm, what happens? Fertilization results in two structures. This kind of fertilization, you will see this double fertilization which we are discussing in our today's class. This you are going to see in case of angiosperms. That means flowering plants. Okay. In gymnosperms you will not see. Gymnosperms means where flowers are not there. Understood? Like pine tree. Okay. In pine tree, if you will see, you can see pine cone. Have you seen like this? Pine cone is there. Okay. Pine cone is there, but it is not a flower, neither it is a seed, it is a cone. Okay. And in angiosperms, that means flowering plants, how fertilization occurs? It occurs in order to give formation into two new structure, and one is called zygote and the second one is called your endosperm. That's why the name is double fertilization. Is it clear? So if you see, I told you two pollen grains are there. These are pollen. Okay. So they are going to fertilize one female gametophyte. That means inside the ovule, already you know who are there? Polar nuclei are there. Two polar nuclei are there. Okay, two polar nuclei are there, and here your egg cell is there in below. This is egg. Okay, so one pollen will go and fertilize this, and the other one will go and fertilize these two together. Understood? So when they will fertilize this one, they are going to give rise to zygote in this process. Okay, here they are going to give rise to zygote, and when they will fertilize this, they are going to give rise to endosperm. Is it clear, students? See, as I told you already, in case of what happens, the two male gametes are there. Okay, these two are pollen, these are the male gametes. Okay, these are the male gametes, these two are male gamete. Okay, male gamete. It is going to fertilize a female gametophyte. Okay, one female gametophyte will be there. Two male gametes are going to fertilize one female gametophyte. Okay, students, one female gametophyte. Here you will see two polar nuclei present. Okay, so these two are polar nuclei, and one egg cell will be present below. Okay, this is egg. Understood? So what is going to happen? This pollen grain, the first pollen grain, it will go and fertilize these two polar nuclei. Understood? And this second pollen grain, it is going to fertilize this egg. Understood? It is going to fertilize this egg. Okay, students? See, this is going to fertilize this egg. Okay, so here if you see, the pollen which will fertilize the two polar nuclei. Or you say the pollen who is going to fertilize the egg. Okay, so there one cell will be formed, and that cell is called your zygote. Understood? And the pollen grain who will go and fertilize two polar nuclei. Okay, two polar nuclei were there. The one who will go and fertilize these two polar nuclei, what they are going to form? They are going to form your endosperm. So this is the process of fertilization, double fertilization. Here, since fertilization is occurring two times, that's why it is called double fertilization. This is the first fertilization, this is your second fertilization. Okay, in the first case, what is happening? One pollen grain will go and fertilize the egg to form the zygote, and in the second case, what is happening? Another pollen grain, it will come and it will fertilize two polar nuclei which was already present in the egg's ovum, and this will give rise to your endosperm. Okay, so this is called double fertilization because here fertilization is occurring two times. Understood, students? So if you see here, double fertilization, it is a complex process where out of two sperm cells, one fuses with the egg cell and the other fuses with two polar nuclei in resulting a diploid. Okay, so you already know that gametes, they are generally N. Okay, so if you see here, in the first case, suppose if we see pollen and egg, both of them are haploid. That means they have n number of nucleus and they have n number of nucleus. Okay, so this zygote that will be produced, it will be n plus n twice n. Yes or no? So it will have twice n number of chromosomes. Okay, twice n chromosomes. Understood, students? It will have twice n chromosome because this pollen grain is also haploid. That means it has n number of chromosome, and this egg is also haploid. That means it has n number of chromosome. Understood? That's why this zygote, which will be formed from pollen and egg, it will be twice n. Is it clear, students? Now you see. Now you see the second pollen who will go and fertilize two polar nuclei. Two polar nuclei, the second pollen. Here you see the pollen grain is haploid, that means it will have n number of nucleus. Here polar nuclei are 2 in number. Okay, not only 1, 2. So one will have 1 n and another is going to have n. Is it clear? Two polar nuclei were there. This is one polar nuclei, this is one polar nuclei. So this first will also be haploid, second one will also be haploid. Already the pollen grain is haploid. So after this they will form the endosperm. Okay, by uniting they will form the endosperm, and that endosperm, it will be not twice n but it will be thrice n. Did you understand, students? That's why endosperm nucleus is called triploid. Okay, if it is n, it is called haploid. If it is twice n, it is called diploid, and since endosperm it is thrice n, it is called triploid. Okay, students? If you see here, a gamete is always haploid. Okay, it is always haploid. Gamete may be pollen or egg, that means it has n number of chromosomes. Zygote, it is always diploid. Okay, zygote is always diploid, that means it has twice n number of chromosomes. And endosperms, they are triploid. Endosperm is triploid, that means they will have thrice n number of chromosomes. So I already told you how endosperm is going to have thrice n number of chromosome. Okay, students? So this, when they will form this endosperm nucleus, primary endosperm this endosperm, it is also called a primary endosperm nucleus. It will be a triploid, and the short form for primary endosperm nucleus is PEN. Okay, since endosperm is a product of fusion of 3 haploid nuclei, it is called triple fusion. Understood? Here what is happening, when it will form endosperm, see, when it is going to form endosperm, here you will add 3 nucleus. Okay, 3 haploid nucleus will be added. Understood? That's why this process of formation of endosperm is called triple fusion. The formation of process of endosperm is called triple fusion. This is a very important point, students, so you note it down. Okay, eventually primary endosperm nucleus develops into primary endosperm cell, PEC, and then to endosperm. How this endosperm is being formed? First what is going to happen? Primary endosperm nucleus will be formed. Okay, then primary endosperm cell will be formed. First stage of formation of endosperm is primary endosperm nucleus. Second stage is your primary endosperm cell. Then your final stage is your endosperm. Okay, this is the formation of endosperm. Formation of endosperm. This also you can note it down. Understood, students? If you see this diagram is going to give you a rough representation of how double fertilization takes place. See, this is the pollen grain. Suppose this is the pollen grain, it has come and it has fallen on the stigma. This has created a pollen tube here. See, this is the pollen tube, and the pollen grain will go inside like this. These two blue colored, which you can see here, 2 blue colors are there. These two are 2 pollen grains. Okay, here 2 pollen grains will go because here double fertilization will occur. After entering, what is going to happen? These 2 pollen grains, they will enter the female gametophyte. This is called female gametophyte. This is called female gametophyte, and it consists of your egg cell and polar nuclei, and also antipodal cells are also there. You already know this when we were discussing megasporogenesis. Okay, students? So now what is going to happen? This, your one male gamete, it will go and fuse with the egg cell. This is the egg cell, see. This is the egg. It is going to fuse with the egg, and the second one, it is going to fuse with these two. These two are polar nuclei. If you see here in this diagram, you can see clearly these two are polar nucleus. This is the egg. One male gamete will go and fertilize the egg, and another one will go and fertilize these two. Okay, see, they will go and fertilize these two. So here you can see clearly one has fertilized the egg cell and another has fertilized these two together. Okay, so this egg cell and this male gamete, these are haploid. Once they unite, they will form a diploid cell, twice n, and it is called zygote. Okay, similarly this male gamete, blue color one is your pollen, it is the male gamete, it is haploid, and this polar nuclei are also haploid, 2 polar nuclei are there. Okay, so n plus n plus n, 3 are there, thrice n. Understood? That's why this endosperm nucleus is a triploid. Here, since what is happening, 3 things are getting united in the formation of endosperm. That's why this process is also called triple fusion. Okay, triple fusion is nothing but it is the formation of union of the one male gamete with 2 polar nuclei. Okay, this is called triple fusion. This is not called triple fusion. Okay, this is called double fertilization. This whole process is called double fertilization because fertilization is occurring 2 times. And in double fertilization, this process is called triple fusion, and this is normal fertilization. Understood, students? I hope double fertilization topic is clear within you. So in our next classes we will be discussing the remaining part of this chapter. So thank you students for your concentration.